Hello everybody, and welcome to the Mystery Shack. With the final season of Attack on Titan rolling around, I thought this would be the perfect time to talk about why you should jump in if you already haven't. As this video is targeted at people who have not seen the show, I obviously won't spoil any big story moments, but I will cover brief details, none of which will ruin the experience for you in any way. Due to this, some things I talk about may seem weird if you've seen further into the show, but all of them are to avoid spoilers. So please, let's also keep the comment section clear of those. But without further ado, let's go. So, first things first, what even is Attack on Titan? Attack on Titan is an anime set in a post-apocalyptic world overtaken by lumbering, man-eating titans. To survive the constant onslaught of these beasts, humanity has set up massive walls to keep the titans out. The story follows Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, three friends living within the walls. One day, everything changes when the Fire Nation attacks. No wait, wrong series. When the Colossal Titan appears, a special titan that easily takes out the wall, allowing other titans to swarm inside. On this day, Eren loses his mother, and this event sends him on a path to kill every single titan out there. Years pass and our three main protagonists enlist in the military, and so the story of Attack on Titan begins. Throughout the series, our characters will seek to find answers about the Titan's origins, why this colossal Titan can appear and disappear seemingly at will, and whether humanity can survive beyond the walls. So, why should you watch it? Firstly, the writing is nothing short of excellent. The way I see it, the story of Attack on Titan can be thought of as layers. Once you think you understand all of it, and the answers are finally within reach, everything changes, and you are once again left feeling clueless. This is something that is so difficult to pull off that many shows have completely lost their way when trying to do so. I think the most popular example being Lost, which in its later seasons, while still entertaining, let's be honest, made no sense. Attack on Titan, however, seemingly always has a clear goal and incredible structure, which allows the writers to pull the rug from under you at any time, without losing you in the process. If anything, you're more interested now. I think this is also an aspect you should be aware of when getting into the show, as the first season is really about world building. So personally, I felt that at times the show is moving a little too slow. With season 2, however, you know what is going on, and the story will now move at a breakneck pace, and I loved every second of it. Expanding on this point a little further, this aspect of the first season being kind of slow has cropped up in a number of insanely successful shows, and I think it's a necessity to deliver a comprehensive story later on. Just try to think of the last time someone recommended you a show and said, just get through the first few episodes, it gets amazing. This is very much the case here too. Secondly, Attack on Titan is one of few shows nowadays that airs week to week, which means you can jump on the hype train. Personally, this is an aspect of TV that has sadly been lost with Netflix becoming the giant that it has. For shows like Game of Thrones, The Walking Dead, and even Lost or Breaking Bad back in the day, part of its charm came from being able to discuss its events with your friends during the week. And believe me, with Attack on Titan, there's more than enough to discuss. Where I live, we get the episodes on a Monday, and ever since the final season began, one of the first messages I write to a few of my friends on a Monday morning are whether or not they've just seen the latest episode. The storytelling of Attack on Titan, of course, also plays into the week-to-week format, sometimes leaving off the episode at just the right moment to make your jaw drop. This is also one of the few shows where the writers respect your intelligence and don't simply hand you all the answers. Numerous episodes start off in locations and with characters that you know absolutely nothing about. Incredibly important story information is sometimes delivered to you at random moments in the episode. There are aspects of the world that are only revealed later on, and so many other examples. As I mentioned earlier in the video, the storytelling of Attack on Titan really is layered, and it's designed to make you feel like you don't quite understand what is going on. But then once the answer is finally revealed, your head will spin. Speaking of which, payoff moments in the show rival anything I have ever seen before. I will describe you a very specific moment that has one of the biggest story reveals in the story, but I will keep it completely spoiler free. I know this sounds like a dumb way of explaining what I mean, but bear with me. This way both people who have seen the series and people who haven't can understand what I mean. So, there's this episode that is not a premiere, not a finale, not an episode before a break, or anything. It is just a regular episode in the season. Our characters are walking and discussing their next move after losing a few people on a mission. Suddenly, Eren is called to have a one-on-one talk, and nonchalantly we are given the biggest bombshell in the series so far. Then, there is this brilliant scene that quite literally encompasses the calm before the storm. While you're still trying to understand what the hell just happened, things get even more heated. You realize that this random calm conversation is the biggest turn in the series. And just bang! Like that, another massive reveal happens, and your whole understanding of the series changes. The soundtrack, the pacing, it's just wow. And finally, why do I believe it's what Game of Thrones could have been? Some minor spoilers for Game of Thrones here, but nothing that would ruin it for you. Final season will ruin it anyway, so who cares? Game of Thrones wanted to deliver a fantasy epic story of drama, politics, intrigue, and even a seemingly immortal, undefeatable villain. There was so much build-up for this final showdown, but when we saw it, it is safe to say that it was just plain dumb. Remember what I said about Attack on Titan, however. It pulls off this, yes, that just happened, flawlessly. Every single time. Why? Because it has a clear goal and structured plan on how to get there. Returning to Game of Thrones. They built up the final villain so much that there was actually a theory that the show just ends with everyone dying. The odds were so overwhelming that the only way of overcoming them was with a cheap flying Arya ending. The same thing happens in Attack on Titan. The Colossal Titan is obviously an overwhelming force, but there are ways the writers can reset the board. Again, whenever you feel like you understand what is happening, a new aspect of the story is revealed, and everything you just saw changes in meaning. That crazy reveal that just happened, there's a reason for it. It's not just a gotcha moment. It's designed to constantly manage your expectations and what you believe. This is incredibly difficult to put into words without getting into specifics, but I really do believe that the show captures the feel of the Game of Thrones epic and delivers on it. We obviously don't know how the story of Attack on Titan ends, but from what I've heard, the manga is incredible. So based on the source material, I don't think there's much to worry about. And that's the video. I really hope I managed to get the message across, because I really feel like this is a show anyone could get into. I thought about putting in the whole I don't watch anime argument in this video as well, but with animated shows like Rick and Morty etc. becoming much more popular, I think we've finally gotten past that way of thinking, for most people at least. Also, if you want to hear my extended and spoilerific thoughts on Attack on Titan, be sure to let me know. I could talk about the show for hours upon hours. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you dropped a like, or pointed out something you liked or even disliked about the video in the comments below. If you want to stay up to date with everything in and around the Mystery Shack, be sure to check out my Twitter in the description. But, other than that, I want to say thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.